Hello everybody, what is going on? This is Marcus and we are back with another episode of Mark Us on Top. In today's episode I will be using a Rayquaza Kyogre team. I didn't get to show off this archetype of teams in VGC 16 too much yet on my channel, so I figured just using one of those teams could be something that you guys might be interested in, and this is what I came up with. Basically, it's the same 6 that Alcana used in the Japan versus Germany showdown. I just realized that after I had already built the team, but I didn't test around too much with Rayquaza Kyogre, so yeah, let's just see how it goes here in our first battle against the Japanese opponent with a rating of just above the 1700s. Now, our opponent is also rocking a team with Rayquaza and Kyogre as it looks. Has some interesting picks here, most notably that Ditto. However, yeah, also something like potentially Mega Gengar and Whimsicott going on there, and then there's also Talonflame. So, I kinda just want to lead off with my Crobat, since that is my main answer to like shenanigans like that. I mean, we do have Quick Guard on it, we do have Taunt, and so that could work out just nicely. I would like to bring Ferrothorn to this matchup, to be perfectly honest, but I'm not sure if we can, like, make the room for it. Both Landorus and Weavile would be good partners for Crobat to go up against the potential Mega Gengar and Whimsicott lead, so both of those seem fine. I do run Feint on this Weavile, so this could come handy against potential, like, Focus Sash on the Whimsicott. So maybe leading with Weavile and Crobat could be good. But then that would mean that we have to... not bring Kyogre? I don't know. I guess we probably have to bring Kyogre, right? So yeah, going with Rayquaza and then... yeah, you know what? We're going with Ferrothorn here and no Kyogre for this one. The reasoning behind that is that, well, like... there's not any weather wall we have to fight, and I mean we have Delta Stream to block the ability of my opponent's Primal Kyogre, and I guess like Kyogre doesn't really do too much against my opponent's team since it will be outsped by almost everything. In fact, like Talonflame outspeeds it, Whimsicott outspeeds it, Gengar outspeeds it, and the only thing is like Ditto, and that can just transform into like anything that is faster on my team. So yeah, not bringing Kyogre here. I don't know if that was like that good of an idea, but that's what we did. So here we're up in a matchup that doesn't feature any restricted mons here in the leads at least. We could just go for a fake out with our Weavile, however, yeah, there's always the potential of Quick Guard coming my way. So I'm guessing we're setting up Tailwind no matter what. Though I could also try to taunt that Gengar, but yeah, okay, going for the Tailwind and then maybe just going for the fake out on the Talonflame. Yeah, in case it tries to set up their own Tailwind. So maybe they go for a Quick Guard. I mean, that is just fine, because that would mean that we would get our Tailwind and our opponent does not have it up. And yep, so that is what happens. No Quick Guard coming out here. And that also means that we will have our Tailwind up. So basically, we will have our Tailwind up and our opponent doesn't. Now let's see, what does Gengar go for? It goes for a Shadow Ball straight into the Crobat. How much does it do? Yeah, just a little bit. Well, that was exactly half damage. Okay, no, it wasn't. Never mind, my math was off. So not exactly, like, just a little bit less than 50%, which would mean that we could potentially take another one of those. So I'm guessing we could just go for Super Fang and like a knockoff to knock out the Talonflame, or maybe knockoff is just enough already. He could protect his Gengar. Or we could just try to taunt into that. Not sure if knockoff would be enough to knock out that Talonflame, so I want to make things sure and just go for the knockoff and Super Fang there on the Talonflame. He does not protect Gengar, unfortunately. That would have been the dream scenario. Could have taunted the Gengar right there, but yeah, we were getting rid of that Talonflame right there. So I'm actually running Ice Punch on this Weavile, as you may have noticed. That is just because I didn't have a Weavile that had both Feint and Icicle Crash, and I really wanted to show off Feint here. So it looks like my opponent's Talonflame actually had a Sharp Beak, And the second Shadow Ball is just barely enough to take out our Crobat. That is a little bit unfortunate, because it would have been nice if, yeah, we had that going for us. A little bit longer, but okay, that's fine. So I guess we have to send out our Rayquaza right now. Could have gone into Ferrothorn there, but yeah, let's just see what my opponent brings out, and it's their own Rayquaza as well. So yeah, basically, if you want to breed Feint and Icicle Crash on a Weavile, I think you need to do it via Smeargle. I don't know, at least I didn't have one that had both, so yeah, we're going with this here. So this puts us in an interesting position, because we could just go for like Draco Meteor and Feint on that Rayquaza, predicting it to go for a Protect here, in fear of an Ice-type move from a Weavile. And I think that is actually something that we could really do. I mean, worst case it's a Speed tie, and best case they go for an Protect and we just knock him out. So let's see. Mega Evo comes out here, and I probably, yeah, I mean, maybe it would have been cleverer to just Protect here with our Rayquaza to ensure that we have the speed advantage over their Rayquaza in the following turn. But I really thought they would go for the Protect. However, not the case right here, so maybe it's like Focus Sash. Ooh, actually they just went straight for the Extreme Speed onto the Weavile. Interesting play there, revealing the Life Orb. And also the Sludge Bomb, I guess. Yep, okay, so they were doubling up on Weavile anyway, and yeah, I don't know, going for the Feint was like the best thing Weavile could do that turn, and yeah, Draco will get rid of this Rayquaza, but once again, maybe it would have been clever to actually take out the Gengar. Thinking about it again, since, I mean, we would have had yeah, our Mega Rayquaza against their plain Rayquaza in the turn after that, and that probably would have been better. Yeah, getting rid of the Gengar, probably the right choice. However, I don't think Gengar should be able to knock us out here, and since we didn't get like the defense drops from Dragon's Ascent, we should still be fine here. And I mean, we do have Ferrothorn against Gengar and Kyogre, so that is also something that is going for us. By the way, on this Ferrothorn, I'm actually using a Citrus Berry right now, since Crobat has the Lumberry, so yeah, to make sure that we can deal with Smeargle's Dark Void. So even if their Smeargle is like Choice Scarf, or if it's Sash, like, I don't know, this Crobat doesn't care about it. So yeah, right now we could commit and double up into something. Or we could just go for the Dragon's Ascent, really. Yeah, you know what, but I want to protect Rayquaza, I think, and just... I could go for the Gyro Ball, to be honest. Yeah, but I want to go for the Power Whip on the Kyogre, I think. And yep, Gengar is actually going for the Protect, nice. So let's hope it's not a double Protect. Because then that should mean that as long as we hit this Power Whip, we should just win. But there is the double Protect coming out. Okay, so my opponent, yeah, just scouting out for my Protects here. Clever play. And Tailwind will peter out now, and now I am in the position where I have to... Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, Dragon's Ascent should definitely KO his Gengar. So I guess that's what we're doing. And then Power Whip should take care of his Kyogre. So yeah, let's hope he doesn't have like Substitute or anything, but he goes for the Disable actually onto our Ferrothorn. I was considering that for a second, and... Oh, I'm so stupid. He used Tailwind the turn after us. Oh, I'm so stupid. I didn't need to go for like anything fancy. I could have just went for the Dragon's Ascent on their Kyogre, I guess, and then protect the turn after that with Rayquaza. But good play on my opponent, baiting out my Protect here, and that was just very stupid of me. Now I'm not sure if we can win this game. I don't think so, I guess. I can go for the Protect here to scout out a potential Protect from their Gengar, but nope, he doesn't even go for it. Oh well. And just the Water Spout, yep. So, looks like we're probably most likely going to lose this game, because I'm just stupid and forget about Tailwind. Let's see how much Water Spout does there. I'm not too bulky, and yeah, that takes us down into health where we don't want to be. I played this game so badly. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Gyro Ball fails to pick up the KO here on the Gengar, and yeah, what a devastating loss, really. I don't know. I would really like to play the same game again, I guess, and then to like make sure to play better. But oh well. Mistakes have been made. I don't know how I could forget about like Tailwind. And I mean, it even says it like in the thing like that my Tailwind petered out, but theirs didn't. But I didn't pay attention to that as well. So yeah, definitely deserving to lose that first game here, and yeah, really left me speechless. Normally I'm like taking like counts of Tailwind turns, but I guess you don't really have to. I mean, since yeah, counting Tailwind is not that difficult at all. So yeah, dropping down to just above the 1700s with our rating, and our next opponent has another pretty interesting team here. We do see the Glacian coming out. Wow. Not sure what this is doing, but our opponent seems to be legit as their rating is like above 1600s. So I'm yeah looking forward to seeing what that does. I once again think that Weavile could be a good lead here because of the triple Ghost type my opponent has. Even though I mean there could of course be like Mega Stones or something like that. So yeah, you can't really knock them off, but still Weavile a good choice, I guess. Dialga could have like Trick Room, so maybe Landorus could actually be good, but I'm a little bit worried about their Glacian and about what that could do. It could also just lead with Rayquaza, and that is actually something to do here, I think. Yeah. And then we will have Kyogre in the back, since my opponent doesn't have a way to like block water-type boosted attacks or anything. Yeah, like no Primal, no Rayquaza or anything. And then, yeah, Landorus could be nice. But if this is like a Trick Room team, I do think I want for Ferrothorn. So, yep, that's what I'm going with. So, wow, okay, like sometimes I do like mistakes, but like I don't think I like, at least on this channel, at least in like matches I recorded, I think that was probably my worst mistake yet. Not considering like or just not remembering Tailwind. I don't know, like this game, like what we should have done is just attack with Rayquaza. I mean, I guess it's like a 50-50 who you target into, but since they double protected, there was like no harm in that. And yeah, I could have like predicted the disable as well, and I don't know, like went for extreme speed on the Kyogre, but even then I probably lose. Yeah, but you know what? They can't damage me too much with Water Spout then. I don't know. Going for the Leech Seed and extreme speed on the Kyogre probably. But even then I might lose. I don't know. Like maybe we lost that game anyway, but in like the way we did, it was definitely like not very good. So, I think I just want to go for the Fake Out here on that Dialga to prevent it from setting up Trick Room, and then I guess just Dragon Ascending into that Banette. Yeah, or I could also just go with the Draco. Yeah, going with Dragon's Ascent because it can't miss. So, yeah, maybe we were in a losing position in that game anyway, but still, that was definitely not not in a guaranteed winning position is what I should say. So yeah, sorry for that. That is not something that should happen, but oh well, I guess. Let's just try to win the second game at least. So Mega Banette actually coming out. There was a team in like 2010 that Ruben, the famous Spanish player, used to get second place in Spain Nats, I believe, and that actually had like a Sash Banette and also a Dialga, I believe, and it was like a Trick Room team. So kind of funny to see, yeah, that coming back, kinda. My opponent just going for the double protect here, which is a good play, I guess. So, yeah, but I also know that this Banette could very well have Trick Room. So I guess my play here is to go for the knockoff and the Draco Meteor on the Dialga, and woo, actually the Destiny Bond coming out from that Banette, really hoping to take me with it, but yeah, that's not where our attacks are heading. And that looks pretty bulky. We do not have a life orb on a Weavile, so not sure if Draco is enough to knock out that Dialga. And it barely is. Wow, okay. So, prevented the Trick Room from coming up. Really clutch KO here from Dialga, on the Dialga from my Rayquaza. By the way, something to note, my Rayquaza's HP stat is actually 179, so it has imperfect IVs, but that is on purpose since, yeah, it will make so that Life Orb's recall damage is only 17 HP instead of the 18 you would get if you had 31 HP. So yeah, that is something to reset for. We could just proceed and take out that Banette, I guess, but we could also just try and go after the Giratina. Yeah, I'm guessing going for the knockoff and then the Dragon Ascent on the Banette is probably the safest play. Now Giratina cannot learn Trick Room, so Banette would be the one to set it up, but looks like they're just going for a Thunder Wave on the Weavile. So maybe it's not a Trick Room team after all. Let's see if we can hit through. Yeah, yep, there's the knockoff going on to Giratina. That will deal good damage. Wow, that is actually a lot more than I expected. Oh yeah, okay, it was a critical hit. And knocking off the Assault Vest. Wow, okay. So let's see how much Dragon Ascent is going to do to that Mega Banette. I would guess it should knock it out, but if it's like very bulky, then maybe not. But yeah, there it goes. With another critical hit, wow. So yeah. Sometimes playing bad apparently gives you more luck, I guess. I don't know. Really still, like, that last game, still bugging me a little bit. We do see the Shadow Force coming out from the Giratina, but yeah, I don't think there's too much left my opponent can do here. Sending out their last mon is that Glaceon. Wow, so we actually get to see that, and I hope that we will be able to get off a knockoff on it. I mean, Giratina is gone wherever right now anyway, so I guess just going for the Dragon Ascent. I could have actually gone for the Feint here, but no Protect coming out from the Glaceon. Let's hope it survives somehow, that we can get to knock off its item, because I really wanted to see what that is. But nope, there it goes. So, let's check how much time did pass. 17 minutes. Should I go for a third game? I guess so. Because of how bad that first game was, I think you deserve to see at least one game where I play well and I don't just KO everything, since, yeah, we just picked up the 4-0 victory right here. So, I really don't know what happened in that first game. I thought we had it, but then, Tailwind. Always count your Tailwind turns, guys. That is definitely important. Okay, so we will go for a third game. Yeah, why not? So let's speed things up a little bit, let's continue battling, and then... Yep, let's just hope that we hit someone with a more competitive team. I mean, Glaceon was cool to see that, and I'm not sure how he got to like 1600s, but hey, maybe there was something behind that. So, okay, now rating 1724, yeah, a win here would actually get us to where we started, I believe. Actually, even a little bit higher. Okay, so let's really try to win this game. By the way, Gengar's comment of the day. Picked by Gengar, I didn't have to do anything with it. You can read it yourself. And we were meeting Adria S from Spain, just in the middle of the 1600s. So his team, yeah, looks like something I probably faced before and you also probably faced before. Just some generic Groudon, Xerneas, Kangaskhan core, and then a lot of supporters. So I do think Crobat would make a good job here. Immune to Fake Out, has Quick Guard for the Leopard, can taunt the Geomancy from the Xerneas. So Crobat looks nice here. And then Landorus is also pretty nice. But I don't have Protect on Crobat, so we can't really go for like an Explosion or something. And I also don't have Superpower, so taking out the Kangaskhan will be a little bit difficult. However, Earthquake should be still doing a good job here. And I don't really think that Weavile is too good. I mean, we do have knockoff, so we could knock off the Xerneas Power Herb. And we have Ice Punch for the Crobat, but yeah, still. I think we're going with these. But Ferrothorn in Rain could also be really nice to have here. But yeah, I do think that we should be fine. Yeah, covering everything with those 4. So let's see what Crobat and Landorus can do. Maybe bringing Ferrothorn, yeah, but then we just have another passive Mon against my opponent's Ferrothorn. And yeah, like with Rayquaza and Kyogre and Landorus, we can like damage their Ferrothorn a little bit, even though it will be with mostly like neutral or even resisted hits. But that should be fine. Okay, so once again, no one wants to lead with their restricted Mons here. So we do see Crobat versus Crobat, and then they also have a Leopard, while we do have that Landorus. So I could just go for a Quick Guard right now, and for the Rock Slide. I'm guessing my opponent would go for like Fake Out probably into my Landorus and set up the Tailwind most likely. So if we went for the Quick Guard, we would get one guaranteed turn of something, but then they could just Encore my Crobat. So I could also U-turn their Leopard and go into Rayquaza, potentially. Does that help us? Yeah, I think that's actually what we're going to do. So if there's any other move coming out, like no Fake Out, if they go for like a Foul Play, then we will U-turn, but nope, looks like they actually attack here. Goes for the Tailwind, the Crobat, so I could have gone for the Rock Slide, I guess, but let's see what their Leopard does. Most likely a Foul Play, yeah, going into the Lando, I guess. A play my opponent could have made was doubling up into that Landorus with Super Fang and Foul Play that would have knocked it out, but then we would have had the Tailwind and they, yeah, like, didn't have it, so my opponent probably a little bit afraid of that. Now, I could go into Kyogre to bait out a potential Groudon switch in. Or I could go into Rayquaza and just protect. They could try to Encore me. Yeah, this is not really a pleasant situation. Because my opponent can just go for like something like follow me on, Encore on the Crobat and Super Fang on whatever I set in right now. So that would be a little bit annoying. Yeah, I think going into Kyogre probably something. In my mind I'm already thinking about switching out with Kyogre into Landorus. So it doesn't really matter what I send out here. But yeah, I'm guessing my opponent knows about me having Kyogre most likely anyway, so yeah. I think, yeah, Kyogre like threatening to go for like Water Spout or Origin Pulse probably draws in a lot of attention. So another play I could make here is to Super Fang the Leopard. Okay, so there's like several things I could do. I could switch Crobat into Rayquaza, predicting him to go into Groudon to hit it with a Water type attack. Or I could Super Fang the Leopard and protect the Kyogre, predicting him to predict me to go for that play and doubling up into Kyogre with Foul Play and Super Fang. However, I'm not even sure if that would knock me out. So maybe we could do that and go into Rayquaza. Yeah, I really don't think Super Fang and Foul Play will knock me out. So we're going out back with Crobat into Rayquaza. He didn't switch out yet, but that doesn't mean anything. So let's see. But he just stays and then goes for the Taunt, interestingly enough, onto that Crobat slot. And also the Foul Play into my Kyogre. So, yep, Crobat avoids. So, well, Kyogre would have been able to take a combination of Super Fang and Foul Play with, like, some health left. But unfortunately, Origin Pulse missing here on the Crobat, that is definitely unfortunate, but oh well, I think we probably would have won the game right there if that didn't miss. But let's see. Okay, so he brings in Kangaskhan, meaning that he can only have like either Xerneas or Groudon in the back. Rayquaza is taunted, so I can protect with that. could just stay in here and double up on that Kangaskhan with Dragon's Ascent and like Origin Pulse. Yeah, and I don't think there's too much my opponent can do to prevent that. Since right now his Kangaskhan isn't Megaed, my Rayquaza isn't Megaed, so I will outspeed his Kangaskhan this turn. And even if it goes for the Fake Out somewhere, we will still get off like a very strong hit against that. So let's see what he does. Goes for the Mega. Let's just hope he's like not Protect Kangaskhan, but even then, Origin Pulse would come through, so that is kind of good. And no switch into Groudon, which is also nice to see. Oh, okay, no Fake Out coming out, so Dragon's Ascent will do a lot of damage here. But yeah, fails to pick up the KO. Yeah, that's like a roll on minimum bulk Kangaskhan, and looks like it's in favor. And once again, missing the Origin Pulse onto the Crobat. But at least we get the knockout onto the Kangaskhan, which is obviously nice. And he goes for the Whirlwind, wow. So, yeah, like, those speeders were really, like, freaking me out. Because, like, okay, like, Rayquaza outspeeding Kanga, fine, but outspeeding the Crobat, not so fine. And if I counted correctly, we should both have Tailwind up. Or if I paid attention enough, but... well, what do I know about something like that? Not really sure why my opponent thought that Whirlwind would be the play to make. Yeah, I'm guessing they predicted that I would switch out with that, but I'm not sure what they thought would come in. So... yeah, I don't know right now, just going for the Dragon Ascent and probably Rock Slide seems good. Yeah, I guess. I mean, Rock Slide not super effective on the Crobat, but should still be fine. I mean, I guess they would protect Xerneas right now, but actually goes for the Taunt once again. Wow, so really going in there with the reads, my opponent. They thought I would switch Rayquaza into my Crobat, so they tried to capitalize on that by going for that Taunt. Yeah, really going for the plays right there. So let's see if they go for the Dazzling Gleam. And okay, so they kind of like made a safe kind of play by going for yeah, the double up, like what's it called, like making sure all outs are covered by going for the Taunt and Tailwind. So Tailwind peters out, and I think yeah, this turn is basically what will decide the game. Unless Moonblast would KO my Kyogre from there, which I think it might. So I think they can just go for Tailwind and Moonblast on my Kyogre. And that should be enough to KO everything. However, my opponent does not know about what my Crobat's moveset is, so there is still the possibility of me having Brave Bird. So, yeah, I'm guessing I will predict him to protect right there and just go for the Tailwind. And then it comes down to how much HP they have left. Yeah, changed to Origin Pulse last second because I thought maybe they would go for Geomancy, but nope. No Protect coming out, at least from the Xerneas. And he goes for the Taunt once again, wow. And the Geomancy, wow, okay. So yeah, like, my opponent really, I don't know, playing way too risky right here. I think, like, okay, he could have gone for, like, Super Fang and Dazzling Gleam or something to pick up my Kyogre. But I think just going for the Protect with Xerneas and setting up Tailwind was completely fine. But yeah, he really overextended here with that read. And yeah, that's also like why I thought going for Origin Pulse over Thunder would be the play to make in the end. Because my opponent, I don't know, like, he just, maybe like he knows me or he like recognized my name and then thought like, wow, okay, like, I need to play like abnormous plays to win here. But I really think just going for standard moves could have won my opponent the game easily. But yeah, instead I don't really know, like, he really thought it was necessary to make some crazy predicts and so on. And yeah, once again, like, if you're up against someone who you think is better than you, like, if you're confident in your team and in your playstyle and in your skills and in your team, and I think I said that already, but yeah, like, if you're confident, then I don't know, just try to play your best and try to like beat them. But yeah, like, especially if you're in a good position, like, don't freak out about it, and don't ruin yourself by going for like high level predicts and so on. So yeah, despite those two origin pulse misses on the Crobat, um, yeah, we were able to somehow win this game at least. So yeah, really, I don't know, crazy episode, so to say, because um, yeah, like, first game really bad, second game very, I don't know, interesting, I guess, and then the third game, like, I don't know, I think my opponent should have won there just based on what happened, and yeah, maybe I missed something. I will definitely go back and check out that game once again and see what they were thinking, what their Crobat moveset was. I think they didn't have like Quick Guard, but that didn't really matter at all this game, I guess. So yeah, I hope you still enjoyed those games, and if you did, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel as well if you didn't do that yet. You can still post questions under the 2000 subscriber Ask Me Anything video thing. Yeah, and that will be linked in the description. So if you have something you want to know about me, then yeah, comment that below that video. That will be linked in the description. So yes, we really could have won that first game of today's episode, but yeah, I don't know, like, sometimes you make bad mistakes, and then I was really like inexperienced using this team, so I don't know. It just happens to everyone, so yeah, I hope you can forgive me. And yep, have a great day, have a great and good day, and see you soon. Bye.